Good morning, everyone. I'm headed up north to my land to do a little bit of camping and do some work on the projects up there. So many times I just rush and try to get up to the land by taking shortcuts and getting up there as quick as I can. But today's just such a beautiful summer day for a drive. I'm just taking my time, and I might even make a few stops on the way and just enjoying being on vacation and not having any pressure to be anywhere or do anything. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna take my watch off. I really like some of the work that this guy does. And I'd kind of like to learn to kind of do the same type of stuff. This would be a cool little patio, huh? You could even screen it in. I like that little fireplace option. Or you could go right up through the roof and put a chimney through the roof. Wonder if he just screws those in or if they're actual timber frame. It looks like he just screws them in. Like it's... Well, it could be joinery, but... That's a cool cabin. I like that rock idea. Well, funny enough, when I was out looking at the buildings, the owner was out. Must have been in the field, but the assessor stopped by. And we used his measuring tape, and that small building is 14 wide by 16 long. When you look in the window, it didn't look that small. I mean, it looks small, but having the loft where you don't have to have a designated sleeping area on the main floor really opened it up for a living space with wood stove and like a kitchen counter and whatnot. Just kind of one big room. So I'm really struggling with what to do for size, and maybe 16 by 24 would be okay. Maybe that would be adequate for what I need, and if I could put a loft on it, certainly it would be. Michael. Mississippi's pretty small up here. I always thought it'd be fun when I retired to canoe the entire route. Probably another one of those things that I'll never do. Just like when I was a kid, I thought it would be fun to walk across the United States. Never did that either. Not much room for sleeping in here. It's pretty full. You better get busy unloading this. It's gonna take a while. I don't know if you can see all the horseflies, but holy cow, they are everywhere. But I have something to show you guys that might be pretty interesting. I'm gonna try out a product this weekend that I've never heard of before, but I'm gonna give it a go. They claim that this little trick can get rid of the deer flies and the horseflies from buzzing around your head. It is called the Dragonfly Wingman. Sounds a little weird, but the theory is, since dragonflies are the mortal enemies of deer flies and horseflies, since they prey on them, that the sight of a dragonfly above your head will keep the horseflies and deer flies away from your head. Now I'm up here at the land, up in the north woods, and the deer flies, they're not horrible, but they're just starting to come out. I would guess in the next week, they're gonna be unbearable. As you can see, now they're buzzing around the camera. So what I normally do is, I normally put a piece of blue duct tape on with some tanglefoot trap, and they land on my head and they get stuck, and at least I'm thinning the herd, so to speak. So I thought I'd try this Dragonfly Wingman just when I'm working around the property, and also when I go for my trail run tomorrow, because I want to see how it reacts when I'm running. It seems fairly stable just walking around, but running might be a different story. But if it works, this will be huge. All right, second cast and we got a fish on. Probably a little bass, I'm guessing. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And he's a little small. Put back. Oh, we are meat hunting. Second cast, that's a good sign. GoPro, stop. Oh, there's a fish. It's fighting like a sunny. Ooh, what do we got here? It's a piece of fish. It's a piece of fish. Oh, this one's fighting. This feels like a nice fish. Nice little sunny. He's fighting. Nice one. Nice sunfish. Oh, a little bass. Little bass. The radar showed some rain coming in, so I got off the lake and decided I'd go into town and get something to eat, kill some time. Kind of had to pack everything up, or anything that I didn't want to get wet anyway. Well, I got all cleaned up and I feel pretty fresh. After a day in the woods, it feels pretty good to swim and get cleaned up. But we're in a severe thunderstorm warning, so I wanted to get into the water before the lightning struck.